Seville. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, and I'd like you to join us in singing the
I've
songs
been
of Christmas.
videotaping you all
Let's
for
all
about 2
gather around the
minutes.
tree and have some
Stuff's
fun.
not
Ready?
even
Here we
moving, so
go.
I have to start into the second time.
Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus.
It's really good the first time.
Santa Claus, big sun blitzen and all his reindeer pulling on the rein. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Okay, this is the second time I did it, but now the thing's moving. So, I thought tonight, I'm doing this all again, that I would, do another little show, because all these people have been bragging on me, and this little sign I got from a friend says that all you gotta do is just put a little kindness and you just get a burst of sunshine, and I had just have a burst of sunshine tonight. I've been crying half the afternoon, and all of a sudden, burst of sunshine. So, I didn't know what I was gonna do again. So I decided I'm gonna tell a couple little stories and share a couple little things with like a new drink with an interlude in between of musical chipmunks. So that's what we're gonna do. And I've already done this once, but you know what, we got it. Okay, first story. I'm telling this all again for the second time. All right. Last night, a friend and I went to Brown County and we shopped. And then we went out to Story for their traditional 19th century English preset meal. It was beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. No electricity. They used gas lights, you know, the lantern things, and they used candles and all that stuff. We were supposed to get there at 7:30, and we did, and they wouldn't listen until 8 because the people in front of us at 5 o'clock were all half drunk and had marriage proposals and were crazy, so it didn't matter about us. But anyway, we finally got in. It was advertised as a 7-course meal, which I don't think I've ever had a 7-course meal. 7-course meal. And the menu looked beautiful. And I want to tell you about the second course, and that's all I'm going to tell you. And that's all you get of this story right now. But the first course, I will tell you, was brown butter bread with pine cones and pine needles or whatever in it. 2 little pieces, not that much butter. But it was real good. It maybe could have been a little fresher, but it was real good. It wasn't bad. So the second course was supposed to be the soup course. And the soup course was supposed to be, I'm trying to talk slower because everybody complains about not being able to understand me. Well, I can't open my mouth any wider because then you'll see my tooth and I'm going to get fixed after Christmas. So I'll open my mouth after Christmas. But anyway, so they bring out, and the only thing I got to show you, because I don't have one of these, is this spoon. Picture a spoon rest that's fancy and white in China. That's about at least half as small as this, maybe 3/4 the way smaller. And so they started out sitting down the people next to us, and I thought I was going to die. And it's supposed to be cream of lemon soup in the English tradition. They set it down. I'm going to show you, and I've got too much in here, okay? And I used cream of chicken soup just because I don't have any cream of lemon soup. This is about how much it had, but really not this much. I'm not lying. It wouldn't have filled 2 of these little spoons. Now, I won't tell everybody how much I paid per dinner, but it was big money. At least for me it was. And this is what we got for soup. Okay, and that's all I'm going to tell you right now because I'm moving on because I did this funny the first time, but nothing was recording. So, I even had a Christmas tree set up the first time, and then I looked up there and nothing was moving, but I set a Christmas tree up to rock around and just don't want you to miss anything here. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to tell you a few stories. We're going to do a musical interlude here, and I'm going to set up. If you can see, right in the middle is where I'll set up my stuff for the next little story. So here we go, the musical interlude for the second time. It may take me just a minute. It usually does. I had it all fixed up a minute ago. Now I can't find it. Okay, here we go. It's like to use the chipmunks because you're all just chipmunk kind of people and you seem to like the chipmunks. So we'll do just a little bit of ho, ho, ho with the chipmunks. Look how still my candle's staying tonight. Getting better. You just keep coming. Next story's about my hair, okay? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. So my next story, here's one of my props up, get set up for it, as you can see. Oh, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. That's because it's about my brother. If I use a story about anybody, hopefully they'll be understanding and know it's out of love. My brother, I guess I won't give his name, I'll protect his identity. But he and I have been estranged for many, many, many years. That's a whole nother story. But we've gotten ourselves connected again. And he's loving it and I'm loving it. And we're getting a connection back and it's great. So Wednesday, I was, and we've been talking, actually in person and on Messenger, and I had to go get my good side here because this is my hair story. I had to go down to a funeral of somebody in my brother, excuse me, I don't want to say his name's family, and anyway, he talked to me at the end, and we had some discussions, and he says, "Sis, would you mind if I was honest and told you something?" And I said, "You won't get mad, will you?" And I said, "No, I used to do that, but I'm a changed person now." I said, "No, you can tell me anything. Go ahead and just tell me." And he says, "It's your hair." I said, "What's wrong with my hair?" He said, "Well," he said, "you got to do something with your hair." I said, "What do you want me to do with it?" He said, "Color it. You have to color it. Because it makes you look old." Now, my hair was a lot longer then. I said, "You want me to color my hair because it makes me look old?" "Yes." I said, "Well, most people tell me the opposite. They tell me this, it's just natural, ooh la la, and they say it's pretty." "Well, it's not, and you need to color it." I said, "Well, maybe get it cut." "Nope." He said, "That's what I do." He said, "I go up, when I see women, I go up to them and I tell them either I like their hair or what they can do with it." I said, "Well, isn't that nice?" I don't know what this would do without that. It just so happens my hair, if you've seen my videos, has gotten really, really long. I had an appointment to get it cut. I'm not going to get it dyed because I have the total opposite. But if anyone is worried about your hairstyle and needs a little advice, if you call me, and I know you can trust you, I'll give him my brother's number, and you can send him a picture of you, and he'll help you out. Okay, and that's my second story. But my last two are really good, so don't leave. Not that. And John, I love you. And sorry, my mythical brother, I love you, and I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but you are so damn funny. Okay, so all right. All right, we have to hear just a little bit of Jingle Bells in my next story. So it's kind of hard to do this after you did 12 libations at Christmas. I don't know how to so maybe to do it. Strategic Jingle Bells here, and I'm not going to do that. Okay, I need a prop for this one, so here's my prop. I don't have the real thing. Wait a minute, we can't make that yet. We have to make the drink first. For Lord's sakes, I don't know what I'm doing with my list here. We're making a drink. And the drink we're making is with one of my favorite candies. Licorice is first. My second favorite candy is cotton candy. And I've read everywhere where you can make all kinds of drinks with cotton candy. I thought, well, okay, I need to do that. but I didn't have anything I needed to do it. A lot of the stuff you need sparkling water for. So instead, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a margarita, a cotton candy margarita. Yep, that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna cheat as usual. And instead of mixing up tequila, because I don't have any, I'm gonna just use tequila and lime juice. I'm just gonna do this right here. Not gonna be as good, but you're gonna see how to do it, I think. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use a little bit of golden sugar. You get that when you go to the Wonka Chocolate Factory in the quest to find the golden ticket. So gold sugar. And I don't have any simple sugar or whatever they call it. So I'm gonna try something else, of course. Okay. I put this in the wrong bowl, but that's okay. Here, I'll just put that right there. And what I'm gonna try instead is that's not honey, that's maple syrup. I'm gonna try a little maple syrup. I don't want to get it in the sugar. So anyway, oh, I'm sorry, I know you can't see because I'm not Julia Childs, so I'm pouring a little bit of this maple sugar right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glass that I'm going to use, because I don't have a margarita glass or anything, I'm going to put it in here, and I'm getting the sides, see that? I'm getting the sides of it. And then I'm going to dip that in the golden sugar. See what I'm doing right there? I asked for some equipment for Christmas to help me out. And I'm using Christmas gifts my sister brought up to mount the camera. Look at that. I made it up myself because you're supposed to use simple sugar. So now I've got my sugar, and now I need to mix my tequila and lime juice, which I don't have, so it's already pre-mixed for me. And I have to think, because I don't want to forget this recipe. So anyway, I'm supposed to put 2 ounces of this in. So I'm going to measure right here, and I'm going to pour 2 ounces. That's 2, so let's go 3. And I'm going to do something with it. I'm going to pour it in here. Okay, so I pour that in there. And now I'm going to put the secret ingredient in. I really think it's not supposed to be red cream soda, that white stuff, but all I got is red. So we're going to put a little red cream soda in here. Okay, and it says to put red cream soda, 4 ounces in it. So I'm going to, 4 ounces is going to be all the way up to the top of this, really. Okay, there's my 4 ounces of cream soda, wrong color. I'm going to pour it in with the margarita. And then I'm supposed to shake it. I don't know how. I forgot. I need to put a shaker on my list, because I don't. Oh, it just went. It went all over my hands, but that's okay. I got a towel here somewhere. Okay. So then the next thing we need to do is we need to take our glass we're going to put this in and stuff it full of cotton candy. And I'm using my Alaska glass. My sister got me etched. So I'm going to do that real quick, because we got to pour this in, because I don't want this video to go very long, because people won't watch it. They have to watch it in shifts. I don't like that. So here's cotton candy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I've never done this, if you can't tell. And whoop. So I have the cotton candy in there. Now, I'm going to pour. I got to get just a little bit of ice. Just a minute, I'll be right back. I'm over here at the ice machine now, but if I move the camera, it will fall down and probably knock a dog out. I don't know. Right, I knew I forget something. Now I got ice. I'm back. Woo! Ice. See the ice? Woo. Okay, now I'm going to pour. Well, that's exciting. Okay, so I pour that in there. And then I'm supposed to add ice. And I'm supposed to stir. And then for good measure, I'm supposed to put some more cotton candy in it. Right here. Now I'm supposed to drink it. I have no idea what it will taste like. I bet it tastes like cotton candy. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. It's pretty good. I can make some improvements in this and handle this. It's pretty good. So that, you can make that a lot better. For right now, it's fine. Musical interlude. Okay. I think I forgot to know my story. Here we go. But I don't want to tell my story without a couple of jingles.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
That's enough for my next story. So, you know those little things on Facebook where they say, would you rather have this or would you rather have this? This is not my story. I just thought about this. This bottle of maple syrup and this bottle of Kraken black spice rum look about the same. So, if you have both these bottles in front of you, you had a choice of which one to take. Would you take the pure maple syrup or would you take the Kraken? There you go. There's your new question for Facebook. But here's my story. Here's my problem. This involves my daughter, Amy, and my other daughter, Beth, and my ex-daughter-in-law. So, Amy had cats. We lived right on the Highway 46 that goes to Greensburg. Amy loved her cats. I got up early and I went to school early before she got up to go to school. This is cat, by the way, at least for pretend. So I take off out of the driveway, and right beside the mailbox, half on the road and half off, I find Amy's dead cat. And it's really bad dead. It's the dead cat on the road looks like this. It's all smashed out and flat. So I go back to the house. Amy's not up. So I get her sister Beth, and I said, I need you to come and help me. We need to shovel Amy's cat off the road because it got hit and it's gone. So she came with me, and she looked at me and she said, I don't think that it was like this. Only things were coming out of it like we don't want to talk about. She said, I don't think that's Amy's cat. And I said, yeah, Beth, it's Amy's cat. And we have to get it. And then we have to tell her. I don't think that's her cat. It's too fat for Amy's cat. I said, but that's what happens when you get hit by, I seriously told her, when you get hit by a car, you flatten out. And that's what's happened. It's her cat. So we got a shovel. We shoveled the cat and its remains up, took it home, and decided that we should just go ahead and bury it before we tell her. But my daughter-in-law at the time happened to be there. So we called her out and said, could you come out here and just confirm this? We had a dead cat in the back of my car in the trunk. I said, does this look like Amy's cat to you? And she looked at it, and of course it was all smashed out. She said, well, I guess it kind of looks like her cat. And so we went ahead and buried it. And then I think maybe Casey told her cat was gone. And she cried so hard that she stayed home from school that day, and she cried all day long about the cat. And so I came home, and the next day, Amy goes to school and cries. And really, she said didn't cry that much because she cried so much the day before, but she goes to school. She comes home from school, and there's her cat waiting for her at the house. Her real cat, alive. And we had scraped a strange stray cat off Highway 46 and buried it and told my daughter her cat's dead. She cried. And then the story got around. Of course, it's, every time I do something stupid, the story gets around, which is quite often. And people I work with, I taught school at Greensburg, and all the nice staff at Greensburg would, I'd get to school and they'd say, so, I even had people text me and say, hey, I've got some roadkill out here. You want to come and get it? And I'd say, oh, do you think you're funny? No, we're not. But, and they ask me all the time, every day, see roadkill on the school day? So that's my story of the dead cat. Now, but I had a live audience, I know you'd be laughing. I got one more story. I just thought of another one, but I'm just telling one more. And then, and then we're going to sign off with a drink I really don't have to make. I just need to show it to you because it's, you know what, good, and you need to have it during the Christmas season. So, last musical interlude. It's not really the song, it's an interlude. Am I talking better tonight? I had a therapist tell me once I need to talk like the wide-mouthed frog. So, I practiced that at school for about a week until they were about ready to put me in white coats and take me somewhere. I said, maybe I better stop, but she said that would help me because people can't understand me. I'll put my hands up to my mouth. Ooh, hang on. Here's my musical interlude.
All right, you chipmunks. Ready to sing your song?
I'll say we are. Yeah, let's sing it now.
Okay, Simon?
Okay.
Okay, Theodore?
Okay.
Okay, Alvin? Alvin? Alvin!
Okay, so that's my musical interlude. Last story, and then we're going to sign off. And this is true, I'm not making it up, but I'm going to have a little bit more of this cotton candy margarita. Most recipes, they want you to use sparkling water, but I didn't have any. Oh. This is my prop, and this is the real thing, the prop. This story is about Pam and my dog Newton. Years ago, I picked up a dog on the side of the I-65 around Columbus that was in bad shape. I don't think he'd survive much longer. We took him to the closest vet, which was, I think, the Hope Veterinarian place, and the doctor that saw him was Dr. Newton. So he kind of saved Newton. He kind of saved the dog's life, so we named the dog Newton after Dr. Newton. And Newton was a very strange fellow. Quite unusual. I don't even know what to tell you. Look like short, hairy, body system is not working too good. So anyway, one day we came in the house, Casey and I did, and I don't want to use kiddie words, so I'm just going to use the real word, okay? Because that's what you teach kids to do. We came in, and Newton's penis was stuck out, and would not go back in. Not. That's the truth. And it wouldn't go back in. And so my wife, Casey, who just passed away, she said, Susan, we have to take him to the vet. I said, we have to take him to the vet because his penis won't go in. And she said, yes. She said, because it will dry out, it'll dry up, and I don't know what was going to happen. It's going to fall off or what, but well, never mind, I won't say that joke. So we loaded him in the car with his penis still stuck out, and the vet was quite a ways because it's the other side of Columbus, and we got him out there. And it was kind of embarrassing because, you know, they ask you when you call the vet what the problem is when you're bringing your dog in, and we had to say his penis is stuck out. So we went in, and Dr. Newton looked at it, and we were both in the room with Newton, and he said, this is a fairly common problem. It's not an unusual problem, but he said, you're right, it can't stay out because it'll dry up or whatever. So he said, I need to, you can't make this stuff up. I need to show both of you how to make it go in. And I turned my head and said, show her, talking about my wife, Casey. I said, you show her, because I can't do it. So we did. And they practice her getting Newton's penis back in. And then he gave us some lubrication or something where we could get the dog's penis back in when it wouldn't go back in. And left, and everything seemed fine, you know. But Casey would take care of that when that got stuck. That was her job. So one day she has to, and she had to try a few different techniques that I won't talk about on camera either, but one day she went to a conference in Ohio or something. I was there by myself. And all of a sudden I look at Newton and his penis is stuck out. I didn't take the lessons from the vet because I didn't want to know. And but I had to do something. So I looked everywhere to find that stuff he sent, you know, where Casey put it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be responsible for a dog's penis, trying to figure out something to do. So I got this brilliant idea, and I've always wanted to make a commercial, but I've never told them. I went to the kitchen. I went to the kitchen cabinet and I got some Pam. And I sprayed Newton down real good with Pam. I made sure that little thing was covered with Pam. And that way I didn't have to use my hands. They all came out in a little nice spray. And it worked great. And the little feller slid right back in, and boom, bam, I had it made. And then I thought, when I told everybody, they were going to die. And all my friends in low places said I need to write Pam and do a commercial for them about all the different uses for Pam spray. And it did the trick, and we ended up using it 2 or 3 times when we couldn't find the other stuff to get that little penis back in, and I'm not making this up. So now, after that, I want to show you and leave with a musical interlude. It's not really something that I made up. It's just eggnog for Christmas. This kind of eggnog, Southern Comfort, and you get the vanilla spice if you can find it, and that's what you do. Okay, then you pour the eggnog in the cup. Okay. Martha's here, it's gonna be so jealous. Then you put on my favorite spice that I told the story about. You're one of my fans. You learned all about nutmeg and how we got the island of Manhattan because of nutmeg, and then you don't know what I'm talking about. You better go watch my videos. And I just got new nutmeg at Brown County, so it's expensive nutmeg, so it'll make it even better. So I sprinkled just a little nutmeg in there. And then you can see just a little nutmeg because I don't like nutmeg too well. So can you see the nutmeg? I'm lying, I love nutmeg. And I should have really put the rum in first, but that's okay. You really should put some rum in. And if you haven't tried the black spice rum, you need to get some. I know a lot of people out there love Captain Morgan. Just put a little rum in. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see it. A little rum in. And then you stir it up, and then you sprinkle the nutmeg on, but I got my steps mixed up. So I'm not going to stir too much because I'm going to stir my nutmeg up too much. And then it looks like this, and you're going to drink it, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to love it, and you're going to take some more and more and more. And that's it. That's the days. I can't tell whether you're laughing out there, so I hope you are. I'm going to leave this with a more of a musical interlude. Oh, and by the way, if you really just don't want to drink any alcohol, you just do the same thing, just don't add the rum. But it won't be near as good. So, y'all have a good Christmas. I probably won't see you again until after Christmas, unless I get real depressed, and then I'm going to put the juice in the can. Remember, if you have any trouble, can't do it. I had a joke for the ladies about their men, but I can't make it because I died laughing before I did. And then you just
Boys, get ready. That was very good, Simon.
Naturally.
Very good, Theodore. Alvin, you were a little flat. Watch it, Alvin.
You want to leave?
Alvin.
You want to leave? You want to sing to this? Everybody sing to this. You singing out there? I hear you. I hear you. I hear you singing a little louder. Everybody. Loud. Chipmunk. Oh. I'll tell you what I look like underneath. Look. My pajama pants and my boots.
Very good, boys.
I thought I'd be like the TV broadcasters that just put on a nice shirt or something and then they wear their pajamas and underwear.
Now, wait.
I thought I'd do that.
Just a minute. Simon, will you...
Bye.